It's happening in New York or across the globe. Learn why it matters first on Kevin McCullough Radio.
Well, it's real simple. If you know somebody is a man of their word, you know if they say something's going to happen and then you watch it happen, and if you see that 2 or 3 times in a row, you go, man, these people really know what they're talking about. Who do you get your advice from? That's why I would just like to pose that question to you in any area of life. Who do you talk to about raising your kids? Hopefully people that know something about raising kids. How do you get a better marriage? You talk to people that have worked through the issues of marriage and have figured that out. Well, it's the same thing with your finances. And it's one of the reasons why I'm so honored to have David Fischer with me on Mondays to talk about money, because more and more of you are noticing that some of the things he's been telling us in our weekly get-togethers are taking place. And David, last week, just to toot your horn a little bit, you told us on Monday that something might happen by the end of the day Tuesday, and into the next week. You give it like a full week's worth of lag time. By the end of the day Tuesday, it was in full force. So people are listening and they're watching and they're seeing these markets do these crazy things. I'm so grateful to have reliable information with David Fischer to be able to share with you on the money segment each week. By the way, 844-604-2575 if you've got questions for them specifically. And we're gonna also give away that beautiful gold coin. It's a $20 1-ounce gold piece. It's a Liberty coin. We're giving it away just after July 4th to celebrate our nation's independence. And in order to be qualified for that drawing, you need to get yourself equipped with the Financial Survival Guide. That is also free. It's worth about $200, but you need to call and get it, 844-604-2575. You can also just register on our websites, am570themission.com or am970theanswer.com, and just go there and you see the coin, click it. You can fill out the little page. It's real simple and real easy. David Fischer, welcome back.
Great to be with you. We got about 4 major things happening in the markets here in this season we're in, Kevin. There's this push-me-pull-you going on that we've been talking about. Earnings and stocks are happening last week and this week. The 10-year yield is something of great focus, 3%, or will it go back down? And inflation, the Fed's action, raising interest rates, selling the balance sheet, and also this trade war that we might continue to happen for some duration between us and China. So those are kind of the push-me-pull-you things happening in the markets that's causing it to move really kind of flat right now.
Well, and that's the thing. Like it's not going anywhere much, but it was largely flat last week as well. So let's talk about inflation. If we have it, when does it take place? What do you think is going to be the impact of the inflation, and how should we be approaching it?
Well, the Fed is hitting its target completely in where they want to be, around 3%. 2%. So, and the Treasury note, as a result of that, came back down from 3% last week, broke that, and now it's down at 2.94. So, I think, inflation initially is good for markets because it says the economy is growing, people are making money, therefore they want to spend, and the consumer spending is up this month compared to last month. So those are all the good things. Why isn't the market going on? Well, the flip side of that, the consumer is also wondering, are we going to have another year like we had last year? When is that coming? So there's this fear and greed thing. Last year, the market was driven by greed. People wanting to hop in and make a lot of money, and that's the environment. This year, it's a fear-driven thing. They're fearful that the market might go down. They're fear that once the Fed starts raising rates and really cause inflation, then the 10-year yield is going to go higher to attract new holders of money, people holding the dollar, because the treasuries are being sold by foreigners right now, Kevin. Unfortunately, they're not wanting to hold our debt as near as much as they wanted to in the past, and the reports are coming out. And so that's weighing on this. And, also the fear of wondering, what will the president tweet next time? How long will this take for China and to the United States to come to an agreement? And they're trying to come to an agreement, but both are very strong in their opinions, and so that's taking some time, and I think we're going to have this thing happen for several months. Yeah.
Well, and you've already just briefly touched on this, but the releasing of the Fed treasuries and unwinding the balance sheet, this is the last day that they can do that in this month. Are we going to see a market hit tomorrow in your estimation?
Well, I don't know if we're going to have a sell in May and go away, as they say, Kevin, but historically every month since this year, at the end of the month or the beginning of the next month, the first 2 trading days, the market in the Dow has dropped several hundreds of points. The Dow is down down a little bit today, but not enough to say that this is a sell-off that's going to be affected by what the Treasury is selling in Treasuries, or excuse me, the Fed is selling in Treasuries. Tomorrow will tell. I don't know if it's going to get factored in yet, but at some point in time, the market will factor the selling of the balance sheet by the Fed. I think we're going to have some downward pressure, not big ones like 1,000 points. I'll be surprised if we see that.
Okay. Well, friends, if you want to stay in touch, stay on top of this, actually, is the best way to put it. You need to get yourself equipped. And what I love about Landmark is that they've made this available in the form of the 2018 Financial Survival Kit. In it, there's a number of things that are really, really key for you to have personally. One is their brand new white paper just authored this year, but it talks about the time being up. It talks about the bubbles that are going to burst, kind of talks about how they're going to go down, what's going to happen when they do, et cetera, et cetera. You get that as part of the Financial Survival Pack. Also, you get the Insider Newsletter. You get a free year subscription to that, of which the new one just hit my inbox today, and it's got really good information on it. I think that you'll be really pleased with that. So you get all this and a lot more when you get your Financial Survival Kit for 2018, 844-604-2575 if you want to call directly. You can also just request it online, and this is much easier for a lot of people. You just go on to am570themission.com or am970theanswer.com and just go to the station's website, click on the gold coin, and that will take you to a page where you just request your copy of the Financial Survival Guide, and they'll be eager to get it out to you. Speaking of all of that, David, the markets may give us a little bit of a hiccup tomorrow, but if people are smart and they hedge and they protect, they don't have to fear the rest of this year. It's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster, but if you take the right actions, you can come out of this in a good spot.
Diversification is very important. Gold is up about 3% today. Stocks are down 1%, and I think we're going to continue to see that gap.
All right. And you know what? He was spot on with all of his predictions last year, and he's called it this way this year. Gold up a bit, stocks down, and it continues to be that way. What will he predict next time? David Fischer will be tuning in to find out. Have a great week. Kevin McCullough coming right back. It's Kevin McCullough Radio.